Hi everyone, thanks for stopping back. Alright, well, today I'm trying to figure out how to put the tiles together that I've completed over the 21-day challenge that Zentangle held. The last challenge, the last day, day 21, was mooka, and I believe I posted this tile here. Now, I wanted to go ahead and make it a hexagon. So I did another one here, and I left this one blank. I already did the gem, but I left this one blank, and I thought I would complete this tile using the Tangle mooka, and then I would show you how I put some of these together and make a mosaic out of them. So that's it. So thanks for stopping by. I hope you enjoy. Let's go. Welcome. I'm Lorie Fossa, a professional artist and certified Zentangle teacher with over 30 years of experience in a wide range of mediums. I'm currently working on a new book series called Whimsical Wonders. I'm passionate about all things art. After overcoming a debilitating depression that stripped me of my passion, one of the things that helped me the most was the process of Zentangle. You don't have to be an artist or even draw. If you can draw these 5 marks, you can learn the art of Zentangle. I'm so thrilled you're here. I have all my Zentangle supplies kind of separated out. When I watercolor, I have a watercolor station. When I do colored pencil, I'm set up for that. So this is for tangling. So I'm just going to stop at my gem and do the mooka, do the background underneath. I was doing these for Mental Health Awareness Month. So each of my tiles in this 21-day challenge, except for days 1 and 2, I thought of this in like the 3rd day that I wanted to incorporate the mental health ribbon into my tiles. So that was my goal each day, to use just the tangle they were focusing on, and then to incorporate some sort of mental health ribbon or element in my tiles. So that's the reason for the green ribbon and for the constant green that you see throughout these tiles. And I was going to mention too, I don't know if you know this or not, but if you have kneaded erasers that you use, I tend to go for the Tombow Mono Zero. This is my favorite eraser because of its preciseness, and you can actually cut the edge and really get into certain corners. But if you use a kneaded eraser, always make sure that you're keeping it in the plastic. It keeps it softer and easier to work with. So that was just a little side note I was thinking about that I don't think I've ever mentioned. I always keep mine in a plastic container. All right, so for mooka, we want to start down here, take off, turn around, come in a little, and go down and meet that first line. Now in this one, I did touch the gem. So, you know what? I'm going to go and make another one. I'm going to start right here. Go up, go around, almost touching the line, but stop. See the little space? All right, now I'll continue down. Around, stop before you hit the main line, and go down. So I guess I still ended up with 3. All right, now on the other side, we're going to do the same thing. We're going to start up here, and I'm not real concerned about hitting my gem in this particular case. I'm focused on the border line and down, and start again. round and down, and then a third one, round, down. As easy as that. To the other corner, and let's repeat that process. So I'm going to go up, down, I could carry them underneath and have them come out on this side, but for mine, I might just do 2. Now we're ready to go in and do the color. So I'm going to start you can start with any combination of these. Shows this is colored pencil. I try to leave a highlight, but if I don't, it's okay. I go back and I get it touched up. Okay, now that that's dry, I'm going to come in with my darker silver. This is a number 744 jelly roll, and I'm going to fill in this background, and then I wanted to wait on the shading to show you how I did that. I didn't shade this one, but I will go in and shade it a bit. So I'm just going to fill in the background within our border on mine. Make sure your work is dry. That one is the one we just did. This one is the one I did before. So to shade this, what I find works really well, and actually I do it in my regular work, but I didn't think of it over jelly rolls. I got the tip from Molly over at Zentangle, and if you ever want to see that playlist, I've got a playlist that's just Zentangle headquarters tips and tricks on my channel that you can watch their videos too. I usually take my sharpened pencil, a sharpened 2B pencil, lay some graphite down, then come in with my blender, pick that graphite up, and then go in and do a bit of shading. It'll show up a little bit better. Okay, I'm going to come in with my 05 micron, and now I'll put my line in. I can fix this in shading. I'm just going to take my dark silver could leave room here if this is the only tile you're doing. You could leave room for your signature, for your initials, or however you sign. I've got mine on this side, so I'm not worried about signing this one. I'm keeping this as one piece. What's great about these is you can keep them together, or you can take the tape off, separate them, and frame them separately yet together. And that has a really cool effect too. Then I'm going to go back and just weight those lines. See how these are so much darker? That's because I came in and I just freshened up the lines I did. So with my 05, I'll just weight those lines. That is how you do mooka, and that completes my day 21 tile. Now the next thing I'm going to do is try to put some of them together in a mosaic so that we have a finished piece. So now I have all my tiles that I did over the 21 days. It's kind of fun. This was the translucent one that I was speaking of. I just had the green ribbon on the back, but if you hold it up, you can see through it, especially on a window. So these are kind of fun. This is also done on a translucent tile. This one was day 12. This is moon pie, and this one was exactly how they did it. So I thought that was really pretty. I wanted to incorporate that. And this was another one that they showed exactly how Zentangle did it, and I thought it was so pretty. I wanted to include it with my own twist on it. And this was day 14, and this was festoon right here. So, and then this was my spin in the middle. So now what's kind of fun is, do you want to put them together all in one, or do you want to combine them by color, by tile color, by any number of things? It's kind of like a puzzle. So really what I should do is get a foam board and lay all these out and see how I want to match them up and make one big design out of them. So I think I'll move my camera and go to a foam board and try that. We have so many fun ones to work with. So we'll see. The stars will be a little funny too to try to fit in, but also know that these go along perfectly with your square tiles. If you want to make a perfect square and complete your edges, you could always do a square tile, and then it would all fit together at the end. So I don't think I'm going to do that because I don't have time, but that's a nice thing about these. So there's all kinds of things you can do, matching these up and then taping them together and making your own mosaics. And this is just the 3.5 by 3.5 Zentangle tile. Okay, coming over to my foam board. Now that I have all these different tiles, first what I'm going to do is just try to color sort them It's a little hard to tell because like this one I did on 3 white and 1 tan. These were done on tan. But I'm just going to color sort the different tiles that I did. This one was tan and white, so that's the 3Z in tan. So once you color it, it can change. So those fall into the tan category. This one was done with 2 translucents and 1 tan. And this was actually done on white, but it has more of a tan tone on the front. This was day 7, and this was the Tangle Braise. For my white tiles, I've got, yeah, this was white. This was day 19, and this was yin cut. And I put the little ribbon, the mental health ribbon, in the back. And this was on white. This was Rixty. This was day 21, Be Well. And this one was done on 3 white tiles. And that was a day I needed to just slow down, enjoy, trust. And this is with one of my favorite tangles, Mirasu. What day was this? Day 18. This was the Mirasu tangle. I love that tangle. And if you want to know how to do that tangle, you can either go over to their tutorial, it's a link in my post, or I've got a video on how to do Mirasu as well. It's on the thing. And this is a white. I love this tangle too. This one was day 13, and this one was Crazy Cadent. This one I just, I did both tiles and then I just glued them together. The top one is actually a translucent so that the bottom would show through a bit. This one was Quabog, which is very much like fescue, except it has more of a double bar. So I had to get a little creative with that one to fill up my tile. So those are my whites. And what I consider the darks was this one. Cannot remember the name of the tangle off the top of my head, but I liked it, but I still had to get my green ribbon in there. That was on a black tile. And this one is another 6 tile hexagon. And then the one we just finished up, this was day 21, and this was mooka. So now how do we put these together? Do we want to keep them by color, or do we want to mix them up? So I might play with this a little. now this was a tile I was not going to use. This looks nothing like it originally looked. I tangled over. It's a technique I'll demonstrate in another video, but I'm just trying to go over it. Like I said, it was just in my leftover tiles, and using a technique called transcending, I just tangled over it and made it look totally different. That's the fun about Zentangle, you can always change it up. Okay, so I could put highlights in. I might go back and do that, but that one will now fit in there. So I can tape all of these together. So I changed my camera angle a little bit because this is getting really big. I decided that I have these corners here that I wanted to finish off with a pointy tip. So I am going to finish this one here and finish this one. I wonder if that shows. Okay, you guys are gonna have to see what I do to try to get this to fit. Oh. Yes, it shows. Okay. See why I say some words wrong? Or my hands are extra shaky. Okay, so that fits. So I want to do a tile like this one up here. Just to be sure, I'm going to bring it into focus. I want to do another tile like this on tan, and that is going to go in this corner over here. This is all taped together with the exception of this last three set. So I'm just going to color and finish that, and then I am going to make another one of these, which doesn't really have a tangle, it's just a gem and the green ribbon. So that'll be at the top and at the corner, and it'll tie it all together. So that's the plan. So let's see how that plan works. That's the key difference. All right, so let me just move this aside. And I'm not at my desk, so tangling over here is a lot different with all the supplies I'm using. White, this is excellent, and I use it with a paintbrush just to dot. What I like about the paintbrush is you have control, and this works really well. Now I have the Copic white, and it's handy with the nail brush in here. You have to be so careful because even when this keeps fluid in here, So it keeps running. So even when you think you have it done, all of a sudden you got to really watch that you don't have another big drop coming down. So that's the only thing about this one. So I prefer this one with certain things, and when I'm working on a really big piece, I don't want to take a chance. So I use this PH Martin with the paintbrush. Just safer. Coloring and markers, this is great. Copic is great, but just beware of that when you take it out to do a highlight. Just keep watching as it's running down. So I've had that happen several times. Just wanted to mention that. So, all right, back to what I was doing, because I'm going to be putting in highlights here, but I'm gonna let this dry first. Now there's so much that your tile, remember, it's never really done. You can go back, and I did that one. You can go back and just keep enhancing all of these, whatever you want to do. And I'm going to finish up the construction and show you what it looks like as it's put together. But that doesn't mean that I won't go back and grab these borders and maybe add some more little tangles in between. But my main thing was to get it together. So that was the goal here. But even when it's complete, I still will go back and tangle on it more. Okay, so that's good enough for now. And like I said, I probably will go back and, catch these borders when it is all pasted together. So I'm gonna finish up the last tile, and then I will tape it together, and hopefully this will all show this time. This was a trick. This wasn't easy. I don't normally do this type. So this is going to go on top. This is going to go so it has the corner. Okay, wait a minute. Yeah, so, all right, so I need one more tile and one more tile. So I will finish those up, and then we will finish up taping, and I'll show you both of them at the same time. I'm tired. All right, let me do that. This is it. I'm sorry for the reflection. I am just struggling to get this whole thing into the camera. So if you can put up with that. Here we go with the final pieces. All right, so I have got my top piece is going to go here. So I'm going to flip this and tape that on. I'm just using an art tape. It's actually any tape would do. Scotch tape is fine. This is a special tape for archival when I mount an archive print, so it's not super sticky. It's meant to tear off, so that's why it's a little fragile. Okay, and this one is going, let's see, do it right. We've got this one here. I really don't want to get up on the chair again, so I hope this is showing up. All right, so we've got this one going this way. And the dogs know I'm almost done. They're getting ready for their walk. I shouldn't have said the word. They've been really good. They've been so patient. Somebody's got a bone. Okay. And this one, you know what? I want to see it to be sure. It's so easy to get confused for me. Okay. This one, I am going to put, let's see, which way did I want to go? I think I'm going to put this one here. Yeah. And then when I'm all done, I might even carry these ribbons through the piece, like where the borders connect. I might drop it under the next tangle. So I'm not going to do that today, but I'm just going to finish this part up. Okay. So I've got this one here. Can you believe all these tangles in tiles in 21 days? That was in my spare time. Okay. And I didn't even use them all. Okay. And this one is our last one. And that one's going to go right here. So, there we go. Final piece. I hope that shows. What I think I'm going to do is I'm going to frame these separately. I'm going to map them and I'm going to put one underneath. I'll show a picture of what I'm planning on doing. But I'm going to mat them underneath and maybe I'll do some calligraphy with a calligraphy pen. You can only do so much with a gel pen. With a calligraphy pen in the middle and on the sides. So that's my plan. But in the meantime, that is how I put together my mosaic, and if it's not showing up, I will just put a picture of it on the screen. And so that was it. So Be Well 2024 21-day challenge. It was really a lot of fun. It really helped me step back and realize I'm gonna turn this one off. That was Be Well 2024, and I am so grateful for committing to this challenge. It came at a time when I have so many other things going on, but when I tangled these tiles, I was truly in the moment and just trying to be creative with the one tangle and working in the green ribbon for mental health. So it was important to me. I think back, oh gosh, I don't know, several years ago, I couldn't have dreamed of coming back to my art. And here I am. I'm back in the studio, and Zentangle was part of the reason. So that's why this challenge was so important for me personally, as a reminder of what Zentangle, the method, can do for us and how it can help lift us out of ruminating or going through a traumatic event that's playing over and over in your mind. It really has been such an enormous relief and so much help. So thank you everyone at Zentangle. Thank you for putting together this challenge for all of us. If you haven't done it yet, I encourage you, take it day by day, just one tile. Some days I did 6, and some days I did just 1. But each day I ditto tile. So it was really fun. But thanks again for watching, everybody. That will be it for today, and I hope your challenge, if you did it, I hope you had as much fun as I did. And I will be back very soon with a new video. I've got some exciting things that are going on up here, so exciting for me. I hope so. I hope one will resonate with you too. And again, I'm trying to learn to film better, quicker, more efficient. It's really been a learning curve. Filming is not something that I ever anticipated or that I do. So thank you for your patience. I really am trying to do things better each time, but I'll get there. So anyways, happy tangling, much love, take care, be well in 2024. So all the best. Till next time, take care. Bye.